Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hurricane Ida may actually surpass Hurricane Katrina. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because of what's going on in the country prior to Hurricane Ida hitting across several states and causing a lot of damage. This is the Philadelphia Inquirer, September 7th, 2021. Shortage of labor, supplies to delay rebuilding. And they're not only saying that the supplies are in shortage, but the inflation will also be a problem for many people that are trying to rebuild. The struggle to find enough skilled workers and material will likely drive up costs in Ida's wake. Owner of the Big Easy Construction in New Orleans has bad news for homeowners who've been calling about roof damage by Hurricane Ida or to get an update on renovations that were scheduled before the storm ripped through the area. The job will cost more than usual and take much longer too. Ida slammed into the Gulf Coast, then took its destruction to the Northeast at a time when building constructors were already grappling with severe shortages of workers and depleted supply chains. The damage inflicted by Ida has magnified those challenges. The struggle to find enough skilled workers and material will likely drive up costs, complicate planning, and delay reconstruction for months. Wow. Consider that Lake Charles, Louisiana, 200 miles west of New Orleans, still hasn't recovered from the damage left when Hurricane Laura tore through the area a year ago. The challenges facing construction companies stem from what's happened after the nation endured a brutal but brief recession when the viral pandemic erupted in 2020, March of 2020. We all remember that. The economy it's not rebounding like they want to see. It's just not. And I think these disasters are just going to add to slowing down the economy. Businesses of all kinds were caught off guard when a surge in customer demand flowed from the increasingly robust economic recovery. Workers and supplies suddenly in short supply. For months now, across the economy, businesses have been scrambling to acquire enough supplies, restock their shelves, and recall workers they had furloughed during the recession. Construction companies have been particularly affected. Among building executives, Zonda surveyed last month, 93% complained of supply shortages. 74% said they lacked enough workers. And construction workers are exactly what you're going to need. Okay. This is exactly what you're going to need. Even here in New Jersey, where Ida just kicked the hell out of certain places around the state. Natural disasters do cause a strain on building material, reconstruction material, and on labor, Wolf said. The difference today is the entire supply chain has been battered even before Ida's occurrence. You really have all of these things hitting at the same time. Frankly, the last thing the supply chain needed was extra strain. The result of the cost of material and supplies has been surging. Combined prices for windows, doors, roofing, and other building products jumped 13% in the first 6 months of this year, according to the Labor Department data. Before 2020, by contrast. So they said the prices would generally go up by 1% each year. But of course, you know, the pandemic changed everything. So that was the norm prior to March of 2020. Prices for steel mills, um, products were up more than twofold in July from a year earlier. Gypsum products, which are needed for drywall, partitions, ceiling tiles, and that went up 22%. Henry D. Esposito, who leads construction research in the real estate services company JLL, said the toughest challenge in rebuilding now is the delay in acquiring drywall, glass, steel, aluminum, and other materials. A lot of the materials that you would need for any project, especially something this urgent, you're not able to get on site for weeks or months, D'Esposito said. Sobel, in the course of its career, has gotten out some of the biggest hurricanes to strike Louisiana, including Betsy in 1965, Camille in 1979, Katrina in 2005, and Ida last week. Now, Friday, he received a text from a client who had hired Big Easy for home renovations. The client wanted to know whether the initial cost estimate still stood. I said, you can probably add 10%, Sobel said. Now the project will likely take 9 months instead of 6 months. Wow. A lot of people will not be able to wait that long. They're definitely going to have to find another place to stay, especially, with major damage to a house. We're having to jump through hoops, said Robert Maddox, owner of Hans Roofing in Boyce, Louisiana, 200 miles northwest of New Orleans. We're now having to pay more for labor. We're having to pay more for supplies. We're having to bring supplies in. Jacob Hobbs, a co owner of family roofing business, also in Louisiana, complains that shingles are now in short supplies and it is hard to buy them the same color consistently. One day they're available only in black, the next day only in gray. Hodges says he takes what he can whenever these shingles are available, but customers who are desperate to have their roofs patched or replaced after the storm, there is a labor shortage. Among workers in short supply are framers who build house and maintain foundations. So people that build homes, install and maintain foundations, floors, doors, window frames, Carpenters, electricians, plumbers, and heating and air conditioning specialists are now in short supply. Wow. Workers, they have the power, said Wolf, the economist at Zonda. They can go where they can make the most money. So if you need access to workers, you're going to have to pony up. You're right. Y'all gonna have to stop being so stingy out here. Because too many businesses right now, the wages are absolutely ridiculous. And they're just taking advantage of the fact that it's a recession, it's a pandemic going on, and there's a supply shortage. So they're going to shortchange the workers whenever they can. They are. And they are doing it. If you continuously look at the salaries out here, they're terrible. They're terrible. Now, some people are saying because they forced well over 7.5 million people off of unemployment, that this will motivate people to get out here, but it still won't fix what's going on. And here's why I'm telling you this. If you got a high number of people retiring and resigning at the same time you're trying to hire, it is not going to make a huge difference. It's not going to make a huge difference. And right now, more people are leaving the job market than entering the job market. And as long as that is the case, it's going to be years before you even can see a balance in the workforce. Some people think in the here and now, and they don't see that this is going to stretch well beyond 2021, 2022, and even 2023 with the worker shortage. It's not going away anytime soon. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video.